I'm live. There I am. Hi, three people. How are you tonight? His hair is wild. Keep thinking I'm going to get it cut off. We'll see if it lasts. Do that. Make sure I am here. Chat. We're going to. Hey, honey, how are you? Yes, I have on a sleeveless dress, and I don't have on my jacket. Hi, Tammy. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, sweetie. Um, I'm raw. Anyway, I have a bunch of stuff I want to show y'all. So, trying to decide. I know that I actually have it set where I can switch back and forth between a up and down camera uh and a in your face camera. So, we're probably going to do some switching back and forth. Um, anyway, everybody doing okay today? Everybody doing okay? There we go. Okay, there we go. We want to skip this around. We are going to do a giveaway tonight. I'm going to give away this journal. Yep, I'm going to give away it. I've offered it several times. I made it in February and nobody wanted it. So we're going to give it away. So we are going to go over here and we're going to switch to a up and down thing. Oh, I do want to go, before we switch, I do want to show you something. YouTube. So if you go to my channel, and this is my channel here, you go to my channel, and it says, wait, this is my channel, view channel, view channel, and you scroll across here, see where it says home, videos, shorts, live, playlist, and you video to the very last one, it says post. There you go, see post, and you click on that, you will see where I have listed some items for sale. I have some earrings. I have some, oops, that one there. I see what I did. That one can be deleted because I didn't put the pictures with that one. Some vintage jewelry, some vintage jewelry, some vintage jewelry. All you have to do to claim that, all you have to do to claim that is just say me, and as soon as it's claimed and I see that it's claimed, I remove the post and write it in the book for invoicing. So that's how you claim all of that. Hi, Chu. How are you? Anyway, we're going to switch cameras and go camera down so that we can look at these things that I got. First, I want to show you some things I got in the mail. Some of it is for me and some of it is for sale. Okay? And I'll tell you, and next week we're going to do a craft sale, okay? Everybody needs to put this in their little mind that next week's craft sale is going to start at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. and we're going to run till 6, 2 hours. So we're going to go fast. We're going to sell it quick, and it's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of fabric next week, okay? Because I want to show you something. Hold on just a second. Let me switch cameras so I can show you what I want to show you. Let's see if I can find my down button. Oh, there it is. There's my button. We're going to go here and there. Now, we'll go right here. And I'm fixing to pick this camera up. Okay, there we go. I'll pick this camera up, move it, just so you can see what I have here on the floor. Okay? So, let me just pull it, pull it, pull it. Let me move that so you don't see how that is set up. Okay, here we go. Looky here. Can y'all see all of that? Disregard all messes in the floor. 2 huge boxes of fabric. Not little bitty boxes, huge boxes of fabric, okay? My mom has been clearing out fabric and I got the lucky leftovers. There we go. So, wow. Hi, Jude. But first, we're going to see what came in the box from Sharon, okay? And we will do some backup in your face videos. I can switch back and forth using this. I'm keeping that one. More than likely, these will go to my mom because my mom quilts. Y'all know that. My mom quilts. I called my mom. We were talking. Hi, Elizabeth. Hey, guys. I'm doing good. So, Elizabeth's Handmade Jewelry and Crafts is somebody. Let me just see if I can do this. So, Elizabeth is we're trying to build her channel. She's 192 from being at 500. And so Elizabeth she's a friend from over at Anitra's. Y'all all know Anitra. There we go. This is Elizabeth's channel. Hi, Sharon and Jude. Chu's here. Angie's here. And Bougie's here. So there we go. Anyway, so that is Elizabeth's channel. You guys go over there and subscribe to her. I mean, like, it's free. It don't cost anything. Ooh, you know what? I don't know about this. Here we go. So some of this is going to stay with me and some of it's going in the sale. But before we get all involved here, that one's going to trash. There we go. She made me, this is my, hi Margaret. Hi Margaret, how are you? This is my, oh, there's 2. These are my altered playing card swaps. And this is from Sharon R. Yep, these are my swaps. Dream big and oh, to be happy. Those are cool, Sharon. I like that. I like how you did that. Anyway, and so if you didn't see it, go to my short list and watch what I got in the mail today from Esther. I had to think of her name. Esther. I knew who it was. So there you go. Yeah, we're glad Jude's home. So these are clear stamps. They look like kind of like grungy stamps, like they would be grungy. Let's slide it over. We must find out. Where's this an ink pad? There's this an ink pad. Here's this a piece of paper. They kind of look like they're going to be grungy, don't they? So thank you for all the goodies. And just in case you guys are thinking, well, it's rude of you to sell things that somebody gives you, Sharon tells me when she sends me things I can keep, hoard, sell, whatever I want to do. So anyway, yeah, that has a cool grungy look. I like that. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, guys, I have to tell y'all, I have this song playing in my head, and Kelly Clarkson sung it. It's by a girl named Elizabeth, and it's called I Got a New One, and it's on YouTube. And it's about this girl that had a boyfriend that didn't like what she was wearing, and he didn't like her dress, and he told her it was him or the dress, and she says, "So I got a new one." Mm. She says, "So I got a new one," and then she names off the new boyfriend, and so it goes through. The next boyfriend didn't like her friend. So these are patterns. And I can done tell you I don't want the honeycomb, and I don't think I want this one neither, but we'll just see how it's stamped. Anyway, but there's a line in it that says, yeah, I got a new boyfriend. Not a new dress, not a new friend. I got a new boyfriend. I loved it. I laughed so much. So there's a line in it that says, for the first new boyfriend, his name is Charlie. He looks real cool and rides a Harley. Has a bottle opener on his keychain. Anyway, so Dave's cousin that does the fish fry that we like to go to, family reunion, he got a new basset hound this weekend, and so he was asking people to help name it. And so I said his name should be Charlie, and he picked it. So now I will never see that dog without thinking about that song. But y'all should hear the girl that wrote it is like in awe that Kelly Clarkson sung it on her show. But anyway, uh, flowers, Bo Bunny, Simply Flowers. I don't know if I want to keep this one or not because I have so many flowers, and I think somebody else would really like this. So that'll go in the sale. Now, Jude, you were asking me about some slicky material. This here is a poly cotton blend of some kind, but it looks like it's only a half a yard. Nope, it's three-fourths of a yard. Three-fourths of a yard, but it's going to be, looks like 45 inches wide. Yep, 45 inches wide. So, but it's got a real slick, silky feeling to it. There's two pieces of it, so it'll go in the sale. I don't need no white. Anyway, so that's a cute little piece. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. I wanna see if I can find something I made today. Where did it go? Here it is. Here. So I was making cards today. There's my flying pig. If y'all have not seen my flying pig, I did that on AI. I did it with AI. That one's not made. I'm looking for one that has a stamp. Look, that stamp almost matches that, don't it? That's cool. So anyway, yeah, I made that with AI. Hi, Grammy. That song was a riot. Yes, I loved it. I loved it. It was hilarious. And this is a Simon Says stamp. I've never had a Simon Says stamp, but I don't know that I would ever use a stamp this big. I'm just saying. Hmm. I think it's going in the sale. The cling stamp. Yeah, I don't think I would ever use it. So, oh, this one is staying with Cindy. All this other stuff is going in the sale. What is this? Bubbles and circles. Oh, I like those. Those are Rubber Dance Company. I really like that. You know what? These are staying with me because this right here would be thinking awesome on the gel plate. Just telling you, it would be awesome on the gel plate. It don't. Oh, it's that somebody's put. Yeah. Okay, I see. They've just put double-sided tape on it, and it's done lost its sticky. Oh yeah, that one's got to stay with me. Yep, it's mine. It'll go in the drawer. So, hi Jackie, how are you? Do you like my pig? Ain't he adorable? We'll do the rest of the stamps before I do these, okay? So we have this, and y'all know this one's going to stay with me. Hey Lori Beth, how are you, honey? You know this one will stay with me. So this has got a turtle, we got a seagull, we got a whatever that is. It's a puffer fish, it looks like, or an angelfish. a crab. Actually, is it rude to take out what I want? I see you, honey. Hi, Jassy. They all see you. So I know I would never use the other ones. So should I just take out what I want? What do y'all think? And offer these? Oh, that one. That's one that. Huh, they put it on upside. Oh, duh, Cindy. You always forget. There we go. See, I'm thinking I should just. It's rude to take off what I want. Is that what you're saying, Angie? It's just rude. I really want the turtle, and that's all I want. I don't want the rest of it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the turtle. I'm going to keep the turtle and put the rest of it. I like the rest of it. We're doing good. I haven't kept a lot, but we're fixing to get into some stuff I'm going to keep. Here's another Simon Says, and it's a big flower, and it says, happiest of birthdays, sending hugs. You're in my thoughts, thinking of you with sympathy. So happy you're my friend. Love you. And it's got all this stuff in it for you to make. All these cards. It's got all this stuff in it. Even got cardstock. Oh, that's an idea. We'll see how much time I have this week. I have a lot of work to do this week getting ready for Kids Crusade. So I think that one's going in the sale too. The Gina K. Fools will stay with me. Now we're getting into some good stuff. We'll put the ink back on that. Got a new book today? What kind of book did you get, Jazz? So I have quilt blocks, y'all. And guess what? I'm keeping them. I'm not going to make a quilt. I'm going to make journals out of them. These are going to be journal covers. A paper doll book? You know what? I've got some paper doll books that need to go in the sale. I really do. This is cool. So I think these would make really cool, smaller journal covers. So that one's cool. This one is cool. Did anybody send me any pictures of something that they, oh, look, you made this one. No, either you made this one or they're over there in the drawer. I have to get them out. Either you made this one or the person that got you these gave you the fabric because there's the fabric. Yep, I love this one right here. This one might be a journal that stays with me. I wonder, are these 12 by 12 or are they 10 by 10? Does anybody know? Oh, look, they used another piece of it too. 17. Oh, no. Yeah, they're 12 by 12. 12 by 12. They'll be a little bit smaller journal, but they'll be okay. They'll be okay. Oh, you know what? How big of a piece of fabric do I have right here? Oh, yes, I do. I could sew another strip on right here and right there and make it where I can use my 14 by 14. But I can use an 11 and a half folder and not have to add anything to it. Let's just be realistic, Cindy. Okay, did you send that to me or did you send it to Sharon? Let's make sure. Here we go. Okay, I got you. Jewel tone. Jewel tone. Is that what you're looking for? Jewel tone. Okay, I love the quilt block. There's two. I haven't even showed these to my mama. This one is cute. I like it. But it might be my least favorite of them all, but I do like it. And I love this one. It is very similar to this one. Hold on. Hold on. Nope. It's not as similar as I thought. Huh. Okay, wait. Okay, I see. Actually, the same person made all of these because look, here's this fabric, here's the yellow, and here's the purple. Yeah, the same person made all of these. This one here, I love it too. I think these are going to make beautiful journal covers. Now, guys, when I make the journal covers, they will be for sale. They won't have nothing in them, but they'll be for sale, journal covers. That one is cool. I should know. You don't have my phone number? Oh, okay, honey. One lady wins all the blocks. So did they all have the same fabric? That one is pretty. Oh. I could take these over there. No, $1 for a kit with fabric. Then go home and sew one block. Next month, one person wins all blocks. Oh, that's cool. That is a cool thing. Oh, that one's pretty. That's a star. Is that a Texas star? I'd have to ask my mom. Cool. And I love this one. I love this right here. I love that fabric. We find this fabric a lot up at the Batesville quilt store. It looks like watercolor fabric. Very cool. I can see a bird. Do y'all see a bird? I see a bird right here. There's his little beak going up there, and his feathers coming out. I see it just as plain as day. I also see a side view of a bird right here. There we go. This is like looking at the clouds. And that one is, if I'm not mistaken, it may be called a windmill, but I could be mistaken. Anyway, it wouldn't be the first time I'd been wrong. And I'm here to tell you, Dave will tell you that. Hi, Alfonso, how are you, hon? Dave would tell you that it won't be the last time I'm wrong neither. Okay, this is some pretty fabric. It's got silver dots in it. More than likely, I will be keeping this. This is perfect size for a journal. Actually, I think I can get 2, if not 3 journals out of that. So let's see. How long is it? Let's just measure how long. 14. Oops. Let's go down this way. 10 to 32. That's 22. It's 44 inches long. So 44, 15. If I'm doing 15, that's 3. So I could probably get 3 8.5 by 11s. And I love this right here. Absolutely love it. Thinking love it. This right here would make 2 back quarters, one, wouldn't it? We're looking at 10. Yep. 18 by, whoa. Yep. By 32. 18 by 22. That's 2 fat quarters right there, guys. Woo, I might cut that in half and make a fat quarter and put 1 fat quarter in the sale. But I really do like it. Y'all know that. I really do. It's got silver in it, guys. Y'all know how I feel about silver. Speaking of silver, hi, Teresa. Olive, I don't think I said hi to you, but hi, Olive. If I didn't say hi to you, I said hi to Alfonso and Jassy and Sharon. There we go. 2 quarters are fat enough. There we go. This is just a green piece, and actually this piece out here looks like this is a fat quarter too. Yeah, this is a fat quarter also. Wait, it may not be. Nope, not quite, because it's not quite long enough. It's 17. It needs to be 18 to be a fat quarter. Not quite, but almost. This is pretty. This is pretty, pretty, pretty. Look at this fabric. Let's see if we can find something in the pictures. Do y'all see anything? Hold on. This is two pieces of fabric. So I almost see, let's see if I can lay it here and show you. I almost see a dolphin head right here and his body going there. Using my imagination very much, I could see a lion's mane right here and then going back down the back of a cat. I have a very vivid imagination if y'all don't know that. There we go. That's funny. Granny? Hi, Butterroll. How are you? Okay. Is Lori Beth still here? Lori Beth, are you still here, honey? So this right here is all my stuff. And I've got a stack. Oh, and then she sent me these. There are two of these. Wait, where's the other one? I know I pulled the other one out. I may have dropped it. It's empty. This one is full of all of these 37-cent stamps. And I'm probably going to put some stamps like this in some ephemera kits. So is Lori Beth? Yes. Lori Beth, as soon as I pulled this out, I said, oh my, Lori Beth will like this. Now, this is really interesting because, oops, we're looking for a center. Oops, is that it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So these are, let's just see. These are 5, 34, 29 inches long by 18 inches wide. So that could definitely be made into a fat quarter. The whole stack is green, Lori Beth, and it's all plaid. They're so pretty. I love this little one. Oh, stripes. I forgot there were stripes. Little checks. And I love that piece. Look, that's the back of it. Look at the front of it. The front of it is little checks, but look at the back of it. You could do it different ways. So let's see, do they look different on the back? They do. Look at the back of that one. That is pretty. So I'm looking at the underside. I have it inside out, don't I? I actually like the back side of this one better than I do the front side. There we go. Aren't those beautiful? She says, oh boy. Anyway, more than likely, I'm not sure yet, but I may cut these into fat quarters because they won't make two fat quarters, but I could sell a fat quarter and then keep the littler piece for myself because I actually like these very well. My mom doesn't make things with fabric. My mom collects fabric. So we were talking. I called my mom right before we came on live. This is hilarious. I said, Mom, I found something that might get us both in trouble. And she said, and my mom does make quilts. If you don't know that, my mom does make quilts. She said, what is it? And I said, next Saturday morning at Dardanelle United Methodist Church, they are having a fabric sale, and it's advertised that there is over 1,000 yards of fabric along with quilting supplies, and it comes from a pet-free, smoke-free home. It's only open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. We live an hour from there, so we're trying to decide, do we want to drive an hour and spend all of our money or not? Not that I have any money to spend, but anyway, there we go. We're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. Oh my gosh. Look at this piece. So here, I want to show something. Let me go here to my Facebook. Facebook. Hello. Hold on. I want to go here. I don't want to look at that one. I want to go right here to this one. Nope, wrong one. Yes, no, that was the right one, Cindy. That was the right one. Here we go. Here you go. Oops, I'm going to go to my channel. Here we go. And we'll go to photos. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. These are some of the photos that quilts that my mom has made. This is a maple leaf, a chevron. There's a name for this one, and a dahlia. And she says that was the last dahlia she's making. She hates doing the curve. A windmill. This one is a crazy quilt. This one is a star, and this is actually my personal quilt. This is my personal quilt. But it doesn't go on my bed because this is for a queen size bed, and I now have a king size bed. I had somebody contact me just last week wanting to know if that quilt was for sale. I said, no, it's not. Here's another windmill with some crazy quilting going on. This one is a set that was on a day bed that she made. And there's the dahlia again. There's mine. Oops, those are my flowers. Anyway, hold on. I'll go back. See if I can get a good picture of this. Here. Oh, here we go. No, here. I don't think you can see this. This is a maple leaf that she made for $3.93. Guys, she needs 7 more. 7 more to go to 400. 7 more subbies. Guys, if you would please go sub to Elizabeth. Let me put her, hold on. Let me put her link in again. Control V. There we go. That should be it. There we go. That's her link. Anyway, so she made this for a girl that lives in Oklahoma, and that's her cabin. It's her maple leaf for her cabin. So, anyway. So this is another piece. So, actually, this girl that she made this for, that lives in Oklahoma, some of these fabrics came from her aunt. When her aunt died, she was a quilter, and oh, this one is a yard. Ooh, this one is more than a yard long. This one is about a yard and a third long. A yard and a third long. Yep, 7 more for Elizabeth, if you would, please. There we go. This is beautiful. I absolutely love that. I love that print, that check. That's a pretty piece. Let's see. Cindy, if you were being smart, you would be putting on here how much yardage it is, but you're not being smart. Okay, some of my purple peoples. Looky here. Now this needs washed. I'll just tell you, this needs washed. This is it feels like a lightweight flannel. I'll just tell you that. It feels like a lightweight flannel. And when I say it needs washed, it's not because it's dirty, but it's been sitting in a box and it looks like it has yellowed some. But it's pretty. There's enough for probably 4 or 5 journals here. You know what? Let me do this right here. I want to cut this right here and rip it there. Okay, so we have a long, narrow piece that there's enough for, I know, 2 journals, if not 3. Guys, some of these little pieces like this are not going to sell for very much at all. We're talking, no, we're not selling today. We're not selling. We're not selling today. We're just showing this is what my mom gave me this weekend. No, we're not selling today. And then here's another piece that's big enough to make. Actually, I'm going to keep this piece because it's the piece that's got the yellowed part in it. I will keep this piece, and then I can work around it. So, there we go. That purple. Yeah, no, we're not selling today. So, here we go. You and Lori just subbed. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Now, this is not a very substantial piece, but there is enough here to make a journal. I'll tell you that right now. Look how beautiful that would be. That would make And I would just about bet my bottom buck that this is vintage because of the style of it with these bows. Just about say this is vintage. Yep. So little pieces like this are probably going to. This is actually a peach color with the pink flowers. The background is peach and the flowers are pink. Pieces like this will probably be a quarter. Some of the longer pieces that are even bigger will be like 50 cents. And then there'll be yardage. There'll be yardage. So we have that same print as the purple in pink. Jassy and Sharon R., y'all need to turn your head because I know you don't like pink. There's enough here for a journal, guys. Enough here for a journal. And in my book, that's all that matters. Is there enough for a journal? But actually, there's two pieces of that. And look at this. I got excited when I saw this. This looks like ticking to me, but it's not. It's not ticking. It is a fabric that is designed like ticking, that is made like ticking, but it's not thick enough to be ticking. See, somebody had a piece of tape on it, but there's enough of this to do some fat quarters with and cut around the bad spot where the tape is. That's pretty. Yeah. Did we make it? Yay. Woohoo. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, everybody. There we go. That's pretty. Ooh, look at that piece right there. Speaking of jewel tones, I was saying jewel tones to Jude a while ago. This is pretty. She's looking for some jewel tone strips. That's real pretty. I don't think there. I mean, I don't think there's enough to make a journal here. This would have to be something you would just have to use for something else. Yeah. Shirt fabric. My mom was. We were talking. Where she thought she wanted to know where do you think this came from? I said I think it came from a shirt fabric. That some of it came from a shirt factory. That is a shirt. My dad had a shirt like this. This is also vintage because my dad's shirt was from the 70s or 80s. Yep, this is a vintage piece. Very nice. Clusters. Ooh, yes, clusters. That would be good. That would be good. You know what? I really should start getting my fabric. I have two huge jugs of fabric up there. There's another piece that would make clusters. That actually, if you made, how big is that? How long is that? 8 to, oh, that's 25 is 7. That's 8 inches. That is 8 inches. That would make a journal. That would make a journal. Yep. It would, and you'd even have a little bit left over for pocket. Yes, you would. Y'all, don't get impatient with me because we're fixing to get down to some prettier. This is cute. Remember, some of these little pieces may get grouped up into lots for just like for making clusters. Now that one is big enough for a journal. Yep, those two are not. This is another pretty green piece. It's got green stripes with a blue green. It's got a solid green stripe and a blue green. Yeah, these are vintage, guys. These are so cool. I love that. I love that right there. This one looks like River, what is it called? River something. Fabric People, River something. What is it? Dan River, is that what it is? Mom would know. She would tell me. The style of fabric that was very popular back in the day. So I love this. I like that. I like it all. I like it all. I may have already taken my stack to the drawer. That one's pretty too. These would make some very nice manly. Oh, look at that one. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Can you see that little, can you see that? There's a little pinky purple thing in there. Little pinky purple stripe. Hi, Anitra. We got Elizabeth up to 400. She just needs 100 more. So we need to find somebody else that can help her. She needs to go over to Beth. I bet Beth can help her get some more. This one feels very interesting. It's woven. That's what it feels like. It's woven. It's in greens and blues. This is a very nice piece. This is actually 15 to 33 is 18 inches, isn't it? 15, 25 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yes, 18 by 35, 22. That is a fat quarter, yeah. That is a fat quarter. That's pretty. That's pretty. So there we go. Okay, now these are the ones I'm excited about right here. Look at that. Blue strawberries. Yes, blue strawberries. Just shoot me. Oh, I have the most hilarious story to tell you. Just shoot me now. That was one of my phrases Sunday morning. Just shoot me now. Look at that piece. Oh my gosh. So it's been cut into right here. So we're going to take, yep, it's been cut into right there. We're going to take and cut right there and rip. We'll rip that little piece right there off. Oh, that one will stay with me. And we're going to see what we'll have. I know you're not into fabric. I can't imagine nobody not being into fabric. It's beyond that my fathoming. So let's see, we're at 7 to 34. That is 24 inches. Is that right? 17, 10, 27, 10, 20. No, more. It's 27 inches, isn't it? It's 27 inches. So big enough for a fat quarter or two. Wide enough into, nope, not what. Yeah. We got fat quarters here. Yes. I love this. Absolutely love this. This is definitely vintage. Look, you can tell by the selvage. There's no printing on the selvage. The print goes all the way to the edge of the selvage. That is beautiful. Nobody else got as excited about. Hi, Judy. Jude? Yeah, that's Jude. She'll be back. She'll peek in to see if I'm still doing fabric or not. That one's a pretty blue one. This one here is vintage. I had a dress made out of this when I was a kid. Even though it's got a selvage, I'm pretty sure it's from the 80s. I could be wrong. That's just enough to make a journal, isn't it? That's pretty. And I like the little black piece with the lines. That one is vintage. That piece right there was a accompaniment piece that went with. This is a wild and crazy piece. There is enough there to make a journal, but this is an accompaniment piece that you would see with the ducks. Y'all know the goose, the blue goose. You would see napkins and stuff made out of this print that went with the blue goose. What does it say? It's Cranston Printworks. It's got to be from the 90s. It don't tell me when, but it's got to be from the 90s. I love this piece right here. Look at the colors in that, y'all. Look at those colors. Aren't they gorgeous? They're gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous. This one is, yep, this is vintage too. Look at your selvage. You can always tell when your fabric, when your print goes all the way to the end. This is a pretty piece. Very large. Yep. Look at that. I know my pink haters are not going to like it, but that would make a beautiful journal, a beautiful one. So it'll go in my stack. There's some more vintage looking. Well, some of this we're just going to have to sit down and really look and sort. I'll have to do that this week. This one is a pretty. This is some of that looks like the watercolor. This is a good size piece right here. This may be a half a yard. Maybe. I'm not sure. We've got some, you like the polka dots? We got big, some big Americana pieces. If you were looking for some Americana, I got it. I got it. We're almost through this one, so we're going to go ahead and just do this real fast. We got this orange print. These are definitely shirt pieces. I can see shirts made out of every one of these. Can y'all not see shirts made out of every one of those? That's a little bitty one. It needs to go in a stack. Some of these may go in stacks. We may bundle them up by colors and do colors, like do some blues, some browns. Yeah, these are cool fabrics though. Yeah, ooh, I love that one with the blue and the pink. Dave would have loved a shirt like that. Blue, light blue and pink. You betcha. Okay, we're repeating. There's some little gingham. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. I do like that. Some different gingham. Oh, I love this piece right here. And here you go. Proof that I was right. Came from a shirt factory. Look, been cut out. They've cut it. But look, there's enough there to use, to play with. There's enough to make a journal. Yes, indeed. This is going to be true junk journaling. Using the pieces of shirts to make a journal. Here we go. Let's move our stack. This is pretty. That kind of gives me an Americana feel. Ooh, I like that piece right there. Another vintage. The selvage goes all the way to the edge. Ooh, that's a nice gingham. Oh, there's a whole bunch of little pieces of it. Yeah. I see some fabric sorting in my future today. Do y'all see that? Not this today, but this week. Okay. Guys, I'm just going to start pulling the things that just are catching my fancy. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That is a cool piece of fabric. I like that. This is very hippie. Very hippie. Okay, bye, sweetie. Very hippie. Look at that one. I love that. That's pretty. Go in my stack to begin with. Then we won't have to. Oh, look here. This was interesting. I remember seeing it now. Oh, that one's another one that's right. Okay, let's just pull that out. Okay. Look at the fishies. Aren't they cute? Look at those fishies. That is, the background is a peachy pink. You got red fish, purple and blue dot. That's cool. That's not, yeah, it's just a piece of fuzz. That's cool. That piece right there is very old. It just feels and looks old. I don't know what that piece was, but I like that piece. Very cool. I love that piece. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that piece. Okay, guys, here we go. There we go. That is so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Guys, I'm giving away a journal tonight. Giving away a journal. Look here. This says, let's unfold this so we can see what it says on the inside. America Commerce, San Francisco, Australia. That's a nice size piece. San Francisco, Australia, Atlantic and Eastern Transportation Line. That's cool. Hold on, I'll fold it up so you can see what it says. Here we go. Yeah. Vintage. Well, this this side didn't go. This side went all the way to the thing. Look at that. That's neat. I like that. That's very cool. So yeah, we got fabric. We got fabric coming out our wazoo. We ain't even hit the bottom of that one. Look, those are pretty. Little flowers. That one's real pretty. I like that. This is polished cotton, I believe so. This is screen printed under UCC Chetley's original. Looks like polished cotton. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this. I think Lori Beth will like this. Look at that green. So this is the inside here. It's not much different than the outside, but here's here's what the fabric looks like. That's yardage, guys. That's a yard. Yep, that's a yard. That's yardage. That is pretty. The green flowers, that is so pretty. Has a very interesting texture too. Very, very interesting. Um, I was trying to think about how long that I know my mom has had this stuff. We've got pink, we've got reds, more ginghams, checks. That is dotted Swiss. You know what I mean? You can feel it. That one right there is real pretty too. Guys, some of these are real old. I can just tell. I can tell by the print on them. My granny quilted, y'all, so I've seen fabric all my life. I should one of these days bring one of my granny's quilts in here and show y'all. My granny and my great grandma. Look at that one. Those are jewel tones for sure. This one is definitely like in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. We will not be getting through all of this in one sale. We'll be selling this stuff all summer. Ooh, pretty, pretty green. Another pretty, pretty green. Oh my gosh. I have a piece of this already. But I bet him stays with me. I bet him stays with me. I love turtles. Y'all know I love turtles. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I need to make me a turtle journal. Can try saying that? Oh, who knows what this print looks like? Tell me what this print is. Can anybody tell me what that print is? And I may be saying something that might be just a true Arkansas thing. I don't know. I don't know if everybody has this brand. So if you don't have that brand, you may not know. Yeah. Okay. There is still a bunch in here, guys, but I'm even getting tired of it now. Does anybody know what this print is? Do y'all recognize it? It looks like a clown suit. And actually, the funny thing is we had, there you go. Anitra knew it. It's Wonder Bread. Yeah, it's a Wonder Bread, like Wonder Bread. Look at that green. That's pretty. So let's switch boxes. Y'all, I hadn't even looked at all this. I was waiting to look at it with y'all. This is, oh my gosh. So when I say Americana, I ain't just whistling Dixie, but baby, I ain't just whistling Dixie, okay? We got Americana for sure. I knocked over my pincushion. We have two large pieces of this. I will unfold it. I'm not sure why people fold it inside out. That bothers me. So this piece is 1 yard. I believe we're looking at almost 2 yards, about 1 1/4 yard here. This is from Joann's, and this is red, white, and blue lighthouses. Red, white, and blue lighthouses with stars on it. Isn't that pretty? Yep. Looks like Wonder Bread. Yep. Yep. She got it. But my mom, that piece of fabric, I know came from my mom because uh, in the 80s, no, the late 70s, she made us clown costumes, and we wore them doing children's church. And she made us a clown costume out of that Wonder Bread fabric. One of them was out of that. So there's two pieces of this, very Americana. Then there's this. It's not necessarily Americana, but it's very shippy. Lighthouses and sailboats. Very shippy. Enough for a journal, guys. Enough for a journal. Yep. But I'm getting into some of the bigger pieces here. This one here is Americana, home of the brave, freedom, liberty, Star Spangled Banner. We're looking at what I think might be a yard. Yeah, we're looking at a yard. Yeah, a yard of that. Yes, indeed. That's real pretty. Some of this I may put. Some of this I may put in the my thing. This one is Americana. It's a small piece, but it's a like a sampler piece. Very pretty. I've got it upside down. Heart of America. Heart of America. We've got. Well, that's weird. Okay. It goes two ways. Yeah, it goes two ways. That's kind of odd to me. That it goes two ways. Okay. And then we have a flag piece. This is from Cranston. And I bet this is shirt fabric too because of how it's cut. Almost looks like it's cut to make shorts though. But then here, no, it's cut to make a shirt. There's the sleeve. Yeah. Now we have this humongous piece. And my mama said she don't think I should cut this piece up. That I should just sell it like this. This is Old Glory tablecloth from Daisy Kingdom. And it is a piece that looks like bunting. Okay, it looks like bunting. It looks like bunting. You see what I'm talking about? Anyway, it makes a tablecloth, it says. It's to like make a tablecloth. And it is very wide, first of all, it's very wide. It's over a yard wide. Okay? It's over a yard wide. It is. This piece right here is a yard and a half wide. And I cannot tell you how long. Very, very long. Oh, no, don't undo that, Cindy, because you know it's a double. So let's see how. Okay. So it was, what did I say? Okay. Here's a yard, and here is this. Oh, 36 and 8, 9 is 45 times 2. It's 90 inches long. Okay, it's 90 inches long by 90 inches by a yard and a half wide. Okay, so that is huge. It's a huge tablecloth. So I think that we are going to sell this piece as just one piece. It will be for sale next week. So I want to sell all of the Americana in the next two sales in June so that you have time to get it for the 4th of July. You should have time to get it for the 4th of July. And here's another Americana piece. Looks like a yard. Copyright 1990. So, guys, that's 35 years ago, 1990. Here's another piece that's very Americana. Oh, we've got stars and stars. We've got banner here. This one, let's see, does it say? It don't say American Industry. Yeah, something industry. So, yep, can make very cute pillows with this. Yeah. So next week we will offer this up. Remember what I said. We're coming on at 4 o'clock next week. 4 o'clock. Okay, guys. I don't. There's a bunch of this, and I'll just tell you right now. This has been surged. Somebody surged this and used it for something. It almost looks like it's a small tablecloth, maybe multiple small tablecloths is what it looks like to me. Yep. They all look about the same size. It looks like there's 4 of them, and they all look about the same size. So, probably sell those all together. I have no desire to keep any of the Americana fabric. None. So, it'll all go. Except for, I might want some of this. Is that not freaking cool? I love this right here. I think it's so amazing. So let's see if this one has a date on it. I love it. Y'all never know what I will love, do you? Okay, so that's doubled. Let's see what we're looking at. We're looking at right at 35 inches. That's 70 inches long. So almost 2 yards by it looks like a 44 inch, no, 42 inch. Yeah, but I wanted to see here. This is made for Joann Fabrics, designed and produced exclusively for Joann Fabrics. I love this. I love this. There's 2 yards of it there. So, more than likely, I'll just sell the whole piece. Even though I love it, I might just cut me a little snip off just so I can see it. But I don't think I would make me a Americana journal. Oh, here we go. We've got a eagle. These look like pillow panels to me. So these look like pillow panels. And then you've got the star fabric. Yeah. Let's see. It looks like there are 4 panels, 4 pillow panels. So that's cool. Those would make cool pillows. I'm getting hot, all this bending over. And then this one is really, really pretty. This is not necessarily, this is Americana, but it's not like red, white, and blue Americana. And there's 2 of these. This is not to be used for children's sleepwear. I always think that's funny that they tell me what I can use it. Copyright protected. Interior and not suitable for use in children's sleepwear. So there's two pieces. They feel about the same. And I think we're going to be looking at, it looks like maybe 3 yards in each one of them. Oh, there may be more than 3 yards. Hold on. Hold on to your hat, sisters. This one's big. The print is lovely. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 2. Have you not ever noticed that on fabric before? 2, and we're at that half. 2. So there's 5 yards of fabric here. There's 5 yards in this because it's doubled. 5 yards in this piece that I'm looking at. And I don't know if you've seen all of the land. I love America, land of the free, land that I love, the beautiful land of the free. But that's really, I mean, these have stars in them. You've got little stars with circles. I really love this piece. It's it's very interesting to me. Oh, it's huge. Why? I've got it unfolded now, and I can't get it all folded back up. That bird. Let's just lay it over there. For right now, we'll just have to put it over here. Okay, there we go. Whew, that was a workout. Now we're going to start into something that's a little bit different. I have no idea, but look at this. Isn't that cool? This is another huge piece. This has a very Indian feel to it, to me. Let me get it on the inside of it, because we're looking at the outside. This has a very Indian feel to me, like sari feel. It's not sari silk, but like to make kind of a shiny thing on it. Just, the colors are so vibrant. Look at that. This is so pretty. And I don't know what it is because the edges are hemmed. I wonder if it is a sari. Okay, nope. No. Okay, the edge on this one is hemmed that way. But how does it go? It could be, y'all. It could be. Yep, we've got another hemmed edge over here. But I thought that saris were always made out of silk, and this is not silk unless it's raw silk. Y'all remember when that was a thing? Everybody wanted a raw silk shirt. I had one. They smelt weird too. That's why I smelted this fabric. This is a very pretty piece. Whatever it is, I love the colors in it. Look at those purples and blues and oranges. Whew, that's pretty. That's another great big one. Huge. Why does she send me this stuff to tempt me? It's just like tempting me. I love this piece. I have a piece of this in my drawer. I love it. I don't know why I have a piece and she has a piece, but I like that. Very cool. Vintage. I've had, I think we bought it at a sale. I think I bought it at a sale and had a whole bunch of it and gave her some of it. Oh my gosh, y'all. There's still so much in here. Now, as I go through this, some of these little bitty pieces that are not big enough to do anything with, I may put them in a bag and sell them as a lot for scrappies. I mean, like, you could make clusters out of these. You could make flowers. You could cut one of these and fold it and make a flower out of it, but it's not big enough to make a journal, you know. So there'll be some scrappy bags. Scrappy bags. Hi, Bonnie. Did I miss Bonnie? Hi, honey. We are in the middle of fabric. In the middle of fabric. Yep, we've got fabric out the wazoo. That's pretty. Look at this. Look at these little guys. Aren't they cute? 1997 Triumph. That is cute. They're little gangsters. They're little pandas, is what they are. Or raccoons with the black eyes. I think pandas. No, they can't be pandas. They're brown. They got to be raccoons. Little raccoons. Aren't they cute? So, hi, Francis. How are you, honey? You know who likes what one? This one right here? The little pandas or raccoons? What are they? Okay, where's the phone? There it is. Do you like that one, April, or is it Tyrone that likes that? Okay, let's go to here. Do you know? Let's use our camera and search and see what these are. What are they? Nashville, Tennessee refrigerator. Nope, that's not it. What are they? Rare Rock Rook brand limited edition. That's what that one looks like. Huh. What is it? The bears. It looks like bears to you? Could be. Totally. They do look like bears. But they say, let's see if I add 1997 Triumph to it, see what it tells me. Nope. Don't tell me nothing. I don't know. I don't know. They're cute. You like those booty? Look at that one. That's pretty. I love this piece right here, that red. I do, I do. That's pretty. This one is pretty. So, Francis, we are doing something new. Finally getting rid of the long COVID, just the fatigue, but it will go eventually. Um, so I have moved my sales to only the second and fourth Monday nights of the month. I'm only going to do two a month now. And the other nights we're just going to hang out and visit. And tonight, look at the little flowers, the little hearts on the mauve. Mauve. This is a vintage piece. Yeah. Pearl had a piece nearly just like this in one of her recent sales. Anitra, you said you like polka dots. There's just some polka dots, honey. Yeah, we're just kind of pulling out what looks cool. Oh my gosh, I love this piece right here. I love that. Look at that. That's a big old piece too. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That is pretty. So anyway, that is really pretty. But guys, I'm tired of looking at fabric right now. We may come back to looking at some more of it later. But yeah, right now I'm tired of it. I know y'all got to be tired of it too. So we're going to move on to something else. I have I have here. We're going to change cameras again. If we can find our mouse, there she is. We're going to find our mouse and we're going to change cameras and we're going to look at me for a while. So I hope you have something to write with. I'm sorry every time I come on, you're going to see me doing this. Sorry about the thing going, but yeah. Anyway, there I am. There I am. So, and if you think I look tanned, just know it came out of a bottle. It's a moose. Oh, Lord Jesus. Where's my people? There we go. We got him. Y'all know. Just waiting on that. You know what? I know what I didn't do. Hold on. I know what I didn't do. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we fixed it. There we go. Okay. So I have this thing on my phone that says, are we, hold on, are we even on Facebook? Oh, that's what the problem is. It's about who's got to change, who's got to change people. Who are we? We can't be this person. We got to change people. We need to go back, go back. We don't want to be this person. How did I do that? How did I get my profile changed on this person? There. There we go. I found it. Okay. That's why it wasn't showing up for me because I was on the wrong thing. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Gotta be kidding me. She went crazy over the last 24 hours. I had it saved on my Facebook. On my phone. There it is. Right there. Okay. We're going to. Mm-hmm. Do y'all see this? Here we go. We're going to have to watch and ban every one of them. If you have a blue when he pops up, click on him and ban him. Okay? Sorry, Gizmo. You're weird. Anyway, but I have. We're going to talk for a minute about a topic. So we're going to. I want you to put your answers in the chat and tell me what is for 2025. What is your favorite new? I don't know. He does it all the time. It's they're bots. They're not real people. They're bots. What is your favorite piece of new technology for 2025? And I'm going to put mine in, and then we will talk about it. Maybe you can put an app. I put an app in. So your new Bluetooth 3-speed turntable. That's fun. What is your favorite new technology? Your favorite new technology? A bigger screen iPad. What is your favorite new technology? Your phone. Butterow likes her phone. I like my new phone too. I got a new phone. Not had it quite a year. It's the Galaxy S24, the the bigger screen iPad. I don't have an iPad. I've never had one. Well, I did have one, a Bluetooth electric train set. That sounds fun. I did have one that I found in I don't know, I found at a thrift store, but it was locked and I could never get it unlocked. And I sold it, and I saw the person that I sold it to in one of my auctions. I saw her trying to sell it. So I put in the Copilot app. If you do not know what Copilot app, it is an AI app that you can draw AI pictures. All you got to do is describe. So this picture here, this card, I don't think she's here no more. Is my this is my Alfonso is his name. This is a Cooney pig, and I don't know if you can see, but he has wings and a flower crown. The Cooney pig. A Cooney is a certain breed of pig, and one of my favorite channels, they raise Coonies. And some of my friends that live local here have Coonies. I love Coonies. They have real short legs and big fat bellies, and they grunt, and they're real hairy, real hairy. So anyway, so I've had so much fun. Let me show you guys. Let me show you some of my Rasty pictures, okay? So you can actually download your own picture in it and then make stuff. So this is Rasty. Him got wings and a crown. I don't like that crown. I don't like that. He's laying on my bed. I took a picture of him laying on my bed. I like this crown better. That's my Rasty. Then I cartoonized him being playing, and I love this one. And I made a fairy. Who's surprised about that? I may have made more than one. This one is the playful fairy. This one is the more serious fairy. This one is another cute little fairy. And I made a steampunk eagle. I think that one is super cool. But I keep checking to see if he got any mail, because him loves mail. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And then that's Rasty. He looks very smart. That one is not Rasty. That one is just, I said, use a brown chihuahua and put him in a tuxedo with a red rose and a red hanky. But he almost looks like Rasty. And there's my cow. I don't like her because I don't like this right here around her. If I could get that off, and I can if I play with it. There's my Cooney. And that's the end of it. Anyway, so the fun is describing it and then altering it. So if anybody would like to use any of those pictures, just message me and I can text them to you, because I don't have any intellectual property there. I just made them with AI. So if you'd like to use them, that's fine. So let's see what else. Let's see. So Lori said she loves her Bluetooth speaker so you can just blast her gospel music. Okay, Lori, let's hear. Tell us who is your favorite gospel singer. Tell us who is your favorite gospel singer. I don't know. I don't know if you wouldn't call it gospel. It's you love the puppies. Thanks. Oh, I can send you some of them, Buttero. I can send you some of them. Let's see. I didn't even think about that when you said you were looking for dogs. Yeah, I can send you some of them. Okay, let me. I'm thinking. Oh, here. This is one of my favorite contemporary gospel singers. Contemporary Christian music is Brandon Lake. He is the guy that sings Hard Fought Hallelujah with Jelly Roll. If you've not heard that song, you should go listen to that song. It is awesome if you've not heard it. So he sings a song called Hard Fought Hallelujah with Jelly Roll. Sidewalk Prophets. I like Sidewalk Prophets. Anybody want to throw up who's their favorite Contemporary Christian or gospel artist. CeCe Winans. I love CeCe Winans. I love CeCe Winans. You want me to tell you something? The Spears. Oh, I love the Spears. I love the Spears. Yeah, I like watching them on. We have a bunch of old Bill Gaither videos. I like watching them on them. CeCe Winans sings. There's a song that she sings right now that I actually use it a lot. The Gaither Vocal Band. I love the Gaither Vocal Band. Yep. So you have three LPs of the Spears family. Um, so interesting information about CeCe Winans. Winans. Um, she's been around for a long time. I've listened to CeCe Winans since the 90s. She just turned 60 in October. She's my age. And her real name is Priscilla Marie Love, but she's professionally known by her name as, yeah, that's it, goodness of God, CeCe Winans. But she also sings a song about, oh, here it is, Come Jesus Come. I love that song. If you've not heard Come Jesus Come, oh my gosh, it is so good. Anyway, We the Kingdom. I love We the Kingdom. Yes, we like We the Kingdom. So, so I appear to be in my mid 30s. Yeah, I have a son who's going to be 32 on Saturday. So, no, I'm not. Thank you, Alfonso. That's very sweet. But yeah, I have a son who's going to be 32 on Saturday. Every once in a while he peeks in here, but not very often. He's not exactly very sociable. If you follow me and you follow, like, you know my church, who my church is, and you follow my church, he plays the guitar. He's the kid with the ponytail that plays the guitar. I was trying to see if I had a picture of him. I have tons of pictures of my children's church kids. Don't even have a picture of my real kid. You know what? I know where a picture is of. Let's go all the way back to December because he had to take a picture with us at Christmas. Mama has to have her Christmas picture. Here he is. So the kid with his hat on backwards is my son Jared, and we're not. My children's church kids are always going. He's 32. He looks like he's about 18. He really does. He looks very young. So I would say it's in our genes, but it's not because he's adopted. So anyway, but here's the deal. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I will send you okay, please nobody take offense at this, okay? Because my son has a very twisted sense of humor, just like his mother. But if you go to look up on YouTube, there's a channel called Two White Dudes, and you'll see a picture of my son, and it's him and his friend Dylan. They're singing, and Jared's playing the guitar, and he can play the guitar. Not just he can strum a guitar, he can play the guitar. Two white dudes. I'll show you what the channel should look like because there's another channel that's called Two White Dudes. That is not them. Here we go. Hold on. Okay. This is what their channel looks like. Two white dudes. It's got a little picture here of him and his buddy, Dylan and Jared. So let's see. There's one video that he plays the ukulele in it. Most of these are going to be, yeah, these are all from 8 years ago. So, but he's just improved. Yeah. So, Margaret, Jared's adoption story is like a miracle, like a true miracle. And I have a website called Loving God, Loving Pastor's Wife. And he, on it, I tell our adoption story that we found out we was getting Jared when he was 5 days old. And we brought him home from the hospital when he was 14 days old. And so he never went into foster care. Our youngest son, the one that died when he was 14, we brought him home when he was from August the 6th till October the 27th, being 2. But he was my husband's cousin's little boy, and the state of Texas removed him from their home, and they wanted him to go to family members, and they wanted us to share guardianship with them, with the state. But when Dave's cousin found out that Dave was the one that said we would take him, he talked his wife into signing the adoption papers, and they gave up their rights, and we adopted him. And it was crazy. It was a Texas adoption that was. Every time you tell somebody from Texas this story, they'll say, "That's not how it works." And I say, "I know it's not how it works, but when God's working things, it always works different." God has a different system, guys. He does. So we just adopted the two boys, and yeah. And Jared lives with us, and he takes care of us. He does all of our errands. He washes dishes for me. He runs uh he runs the mower, cuts the grass. He yeah, he goes to my mom's and cuts her grass. And yeah. He gets on my nerves because we're way too much alike. Even though he's adopted, he's just like me. He likes to argue with me. But we would have a lot of struggles if he was not here. I would probably have to be working an outside job. So, uh, oh wow, that's interesting. So anyway, so yeah, but yeah, he came home. We moved here 8 years ago. It will be 8 years on Labor Day, and for the first year and a half. So my dad died in August before we had been here in a year, and then Jared came home like in February of the next year. So for about a year and a half, we were by ourselves, and then he came home, and it was a good thing because then my health like hit the hit the pooper, and I had y'all know there was what about 4 years, 5 years that 5 years that I had really bad health. I mean, I'd come on. I didn't, but the only time I ever missed a sale, I ever missed a Monday night was the Monday night I was in the hospital in 2023. So, and that was the last time I've been in the hospital, and I have felt so good since December of 2023. Yep, I have felt really good. So, uh, I hurt my knee last Labor Day, but and it still bothers me, but it's nothing that's making me feel bad, you know. Um, I do the in 2023. The last thing they told me is I had to have an ultrasound when I was getting ready to come home, and the last thing they told me that is you have gallstones, but we're not going to do anything because you're not having any gallbladder symptoms. And so I've had gallbladder symptoms since. So I suspect that eventually it'll have to come out. Uh, Saturday we were supposed to go decorate John's grave. Y'all knew I said we were going to be riding like 6 hours and going to decorate John's grave, and we did not. We ended up we drove 30 minutes And it was a 3 hour drive. We drove 30 minutes, and I told Dave, I don't think I can do this. I feel so bad. I was sick. I was, oh my gosh, I was so sick. My heart was racing. My blood pressure was low, and my belly hurt. And it was my gallbladder. I know what it was, but oh, I was sick. So, okay, here we go. So, let's see. Okay, your most embarrassing moment. Somebody share, y'all share your most embarrassing moment, and I will share one of mine. There we go. So, when I was a teenager, I played the piano and sang a song at church. And the embarrassing thing was, I played the piano in one key and sung the song in a totally different key. And another thing that I've done that's very, very embarrassing is I have fell off the stage at church. Fall, fall off the stage at church. Not just one church, many churches. Let's see. Oh, here's a funny one too, and I can laugh about all of them. I can't. They don't bother me. Uh, we went to church at a church we were pastoring. We were the pastors, and we got to church, and I realized I had on two different shoes, and they were like way different shoes. One of them was a flip, a sandal of some kind, and the other one was a clunker. They were just like, I'm like, seriously. So anyway, yeah. So anyhow, yeah. Try to eat a wax dessert at a restaurant with your company. Oh my gosh, that would be kind of funny. So anyway, so you broke your ankle in elementary on a school field trip, ruined it for everyone. We had to return to school to take you to the ER. Well, that's not embarrassing. That's just an accident. So just okay. If you've ever had gallbladder trouble, you know this. And so I have all my adult life. I've had probably more than I realize. I've probably had gallstones, and there are certain foods that I could eat that would go right through me, and we're not talking about urination. We're talking about anyway. So I had been working at the church in Mississippi all day, and I had the babies loaded up. My boys were 3 and 4, had them in their car seat, and just as I got in the car, I had a swoosh. We call them glucophage moment, where it goes right through you. And I lived out in the country about 30 miles from the church, and I did not have enough gas to get home, and I had just messed all over myself. Y'all, I'll tell y'all anything, okay? I had literally just messed all over myself. I am crying. I pull into the gas station because I have to have gas, and I'm sitting there crying, and a man walks up and he says, "Ma'am, are you okay?" And I said, "No, I'm not okay. I had an accident. I have to have gas. I can't make it home." And he's like, "Do you have money for gas?" "Yes, I have money for gas." He said, "Well, here, let me go pay for it, and I'll pump your gas." So he pumped my gas, so I didn't have to get out of the car. So anyway, played in elementary and constantly ripped the back when you tried to crawl up on the stage. Fortunately, you had your clothes on. So yeah, that would be funny. So anyway, so another embarrassing thing is that I was a tomboy, and my daddy made me wear dresses, and yeah, I'm pretty sure every one of the kids on the playground saw my bloomers. I'm pretty sure, and I just wore tidy whities, not bloomers. My mama should have made me bloomers. Would have been best, but anyway, yeah, that one is kind of still embarrassing. So anyway, but yeah, I was like so traumatized, and the kids were like, why is mama crying?" I'm like, oh, it was horrible. So anyway, and I've had more moments like that than I cared to to describe. But that I know. It, so there is one place that I definitely do not eat at all because that will happen to me if I eat there, and that is Golden Corral. So Golden Corral, there's something that they use that they fry with that absolutely tears me up. So anyway, so let's see. Let's find another question. These are fun. So, name a famous person, not a singer. Let's go just famous person. It don't have to be a movie star. It can be any kind of a famous person that you like. Or let's say instead of you like, that you admire greatly. Oh, yes. I've caught my dress in my panties many a time and come out of the bathroom. Yeah, I forgot about those. So, so I'm going to tell somebody that's famous that I admired greatly. He's gone on to be with Jesus now, and that is Billy Graham. Billy Graham, he preached the gospel. I mean, and he preached it, and he wanted you to be saved, and he looked right at the camera and said, and those, yeah, Billy Graham. So, yep. I've met in person some really great authors. Um, but, yeah. So you don't have to know them personally, just somebody that you admire greatly. Um, Nobody else want to put in anybody that they admire greatly? Admire Jesus, yeah. Hi, honey. Which birthday? Is it Jeff's? Is it Jeff's birthday? Amelia Earhart. Yes, I like Amelia. Oh, okay. There you go. Is it? Yes, I do admire Jesus. I love Jesus. Is it Jeff or is it the other son, Thomas? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Thomas. Happy birthday to you. So, I have a cousin named Thomas, and you know what? We call him Bubba. But we call a lot of people Bubba in Arkansas. So, anyway, he's 45. Yeah. So, we are not having a sale. We are just having a hangout and visiting. So, next week will be a sale. Remember this, it starts at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Lots and lots of fabric. Yes, Tim Tebow. Somebody I admire as much as Tim Tebow as I admire his mother. Yeah, Patrick Swayze was pretty, wasn't he? So I admire Tim Tebow's mother because if you know the story, the doctor told her she should abort him because there was going to be all these things wrong with him, and she wouldn't. And just think, guys, of all the things, all the good things that he's done. That would not have been done if she had done what the doctor said. So yeah. Oh yeah. Go read his story about his mom. So Becky and I were opening my packages this morning. Oh fun. So oh, I was gonna say packages, but you had some that came right after you got home. So anyway, so if you didn't catch the beginning, you need to go back and watch some of the fabric. We have tons of fabric for next week. Tons and tons. Guys, I got some jewelry listed up, and I did find some silver this weekend at a yard sale. I went to a yard sale and I found some silver jewelry, and it will be going up on the thing. But there right now there's a beautiful Ralph Lauren. I don't think I've ever showed it to y'all. Ralph Lauren Adventurine and red jasper necklace that's beautiful up. So anyway, but I think I got five or six listed. So we were asking people that about who they admired. Somebody that Maya Angelou. Yes, I did. I do admire Maya Angelou. So anyway, let's find us another question. I saw one a while ago. This one's going to be an easy one. Okay, this one's going to be an easy one. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? Everybody want to guess mine? You want to guess mine first? I'm fixing to type it. Rob Sharkey from the Shark Farmer. I've never seen it. I'll have to look him up. Thanks, Alfonso. So, you could live anywhere in the world. You would go back to Las Cruces, New Mexico. Very cool. There, I'm putting three places. So my top one is Alaska. My second pick is the mountains of New Mexico, which I've never been there. The mountains of New Mexico, up where it snows a lot, or Michigan. Do y'all see a theme in that? My theme is snow. Snow. I want to live where it's cold and snow. Shows. Too many places. You grew up in Michigan? We lived in South Haven, Michigan, which is on the lake. We lived in South Haven, Michigan. Yep, we did. Um, I think we were up there about 6 months through the winter. See, I don't want to live anywhere warm. I have this theory. Y'all have heard this theory before. Y'all have heard this theory. I can legally only take off a certain amount of clothes and be in public. Okay. But I can always put on as many clothes as I want. So I don't want to be hot. Nowhere hot. No. Yeah. No. Nowhere hot. So the city of Wyoming. Wyoming, near Grand Rapids. So I enjoyed when we lived in New York. We lived in Peekskill, New York, 60 miles out of New York City, and I enjoyed that. We were there for the winter. So 3 months at a time. That would be fun. That would be fun. No naked city, exactly. Don't nobody need to see that. Nobody. I don't like looking in the mirror. So no, nobody needs to see that. So that is a cool ideal. I do like that ideal. So the Greek islands of Crete. Never been there. Never even had it. I don't even know that I like Greek food. So you're off to eat dinner. What's for dinner? We're having salad with chicken on it. So you'd live in a swimsuit and jump in the water. Yeah, nobody wants to see me in a swimsuit either. So saying that's why I went to, like when we hit June here, we just We all of our windows are dark. Our house is dark. You can't see in through our windows. It's like it's all dark. We've got heavy drapes over them or something over the windows to keep them dark, and all the air is on. And we just the only thing we do is stand in the doorway and let the dog go out and do his business. So, not Alfonso. Thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate it. Okay, so here's one. You know what I know this is silly, but I've seen people write about elderly people like to live on cruise ships because it's cheaper to live on a cruise ship than it is in a nursing home. So, three things that you will do this week. Three things that you will do this week. Here we go. Three things I'm going to do this week. I'll go to church on Wednesday. I will work on kids' crusade stuff, and I will go to the men's. You'll eat, sleep, and penthouse pool. Okay? So go to the doctor, pay real estate taxes, and eat. I don't want to pay no real estate taxes. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna eat. Definitely gonna eat. Feed your cats, watch my online friends, and mow the yard. Open the pool, not penthouse pool. A quilting bee, the city treasures, and always the grocery store. Yeah, we did a huge grocery shop Friday. And if you know me, you're going to understand when I tell you this is huge for us. We spent over $200, but my freezer's full and my pantry is stocked. So we were getting down to bare bones down here. Nobody wanted to cook, and there was no convenience food. We do like our convenience food. So here's something. This is fun. Something you are good at. Something you are good at. Something you are good at. Crafting, go garage shopping, and clean the house. Garage garage sales, yeah. Keep working on cleaning your basement and workroom. That'll take up all three items. 2 days of Bible class online, two doctor's appointments for yourself, and appointments for Bridget, and two appointments for the grandchild this week. You got a busy day, Buttero. Busy week. Busy week. Oh, Bible study. I had Bible study on Thursday. I forgot that. Chatting, cooking, something that you're good at. Talking smack. You are good at crochet, Buttero. You are very good at crochet. Speaking of crochet, I got something to show y'all. I'm really good at those last three things you said too. Thinking too much, procrastinating, and eating. Painting and cooking. I didn't know you painted, Francis. Why have you not ever told me you paint? And why do you buy painted postcards to me from me when you can paint? So my mom took these in the thing and sent them to me, and she said, "I'm pretty sure you gave me these," and I did. They're crocheted notes. This one is crocheted, it's blue note, and this one is crocheted. I did not make these. I found them in something. There you go. And a little flower. A little flower. Yep. Oh, interesting. I think this one is a bookmark. I think would be a bookmark. You do Japanese Sumi ink painting. Send me a picture. Send me a picture. I want to see. Anyway, so something that I'm good at, of course, I'm going to say this, is teaching kids. I love, I love teaching, period. I would never want to be a teacher in the schools because I don't have the patience for 7 days a week of teaching. I I know they only go to school 5 days a week, but it would feel like 7 days a week for me. So, anyway, but I do love teaching. Now, that said, I have to tell y'all my funny story. So I have a little boy in my class. I'm not going to say what his name is, but he's a pistol. And it doesn't matter. He can interrupt me every 5 seconds. He can distract all the other kids, and he can tell me word for word what I say. He can tell his Oma word for word what my lesson was about. He hears it, but he is very distracted, very, very distracted, and he's always interrupting me. And so Sunday he had a lot of questions, and if I don't acknowledge him when he raises his hand, he will walk up to me, okay? Walk up to me and teacher, teacher. Actually, he's got where he calls me Miss Cindy now. But oh cool. Anyway, he says he walks up to me. So they brought the toddlers at the end of my lessons, at the end of class. They bring the toddlers in, and so they brought the toddlers in, and his sister is a toddler. And when his sissy is in class, they cannot, if they're side by side, they're aggravating, they're hugging, they're kissing, they're just they're 6 and 3, okay? Anyway, so when they brought the toddlers in, he comes in and interrupts me, and he says, Miss Cindy, can I go sit by my sissy? And I said, no, you cannot go sit by your sissy. So he goes back and sits down. Well, he interrupts me as I'm trying to make a point about who God is, what God is to us. He interrupts me right in the middle of that point. And so I said to them, I said, okay, who can tell me what I just said? And they're all just looking at me like a tree full of hoot owls. And they start throwing out these things that I had said previously. And all of a sudden, from the back row, I hear he says, no, you cannot go sit by your sissy. And I just lost it. I just died laughing. I said, just shoot me now. Just shoot me now. Anyway, so my workers are sitting right behind him, and they didn't hear what he said, and they're like, what's so funny? And I was like, did y'all not hear Braxton? They said, no, what did he say? I said, he said, you just said, no, you cannot go sit by your sissy. And they just died laughing. Word like that. So when his Oma, oh, did I just say his name? I'm sorry. And when his Oma come in, they were like, I said, you got to hear this. This is hilarious. He said, that kid. So, hi, Bushy. Hi, Bushy kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. You got a package coming, Lori, and I sent you some of these. I sent you some of these. And I sent you one of those and one of these. One of these. There you go. So you can color some bitsies and some fillies. There you go. Anyway, so he keeps me on my toes, but I love him to bits. I do. I love him. He's one of my favorite kids. So they're all my favorites. So my twins, one of my middle set of twins. I have a set of 3-year-old twins, a 6-year-old twin, and a 9-year-old twin. They may be 10 now. They just had a birthday. I think they just turned 10. Anyway, I have 3 sets of twins. So my 6-year-old twins know that Miss Cindy loves them, and one of them, Cole, I believe it is, loves to come and hug me. And I've decided that he likes to hug me because I'm fluffy, and his mama's not fluffy, and his Mimis and Gigi's and all that, none of them are fluffy. Miss Cindy is fluffy. He loves to hug me. And he likes to come up and sit next to me because the way they design my sanctuary, the vents blow right down on the kids and they all get cold. And so they're always freezing, and I'm always telling them, y'all, put your clothes on. Bring a jacket, you know. But he likes to come sit right next to me. He'll say, I'm cold. So he'll come and I'll hug him up, and he sits by me while I talk to him. So anyway, but yeah. Anyway, I love my children's church kids. I love my job. Yes, I've been doing it for nearly 8 years. And there are days I'm just tired. You know, You just get tired. You you've been somewhere. This is the longest. So we've lived here 8 years. This is the longest we've lived anywhere in our 40 years of marriage. Yeah, this is the longest we've ever lived anywhere. So I think I've told y'all this. Um, on our 38th anniversary a couple of years ago, we counted up how many times we had moved, and we had moved like 38 or 39 times in our 40 years. So when we lived in Mississippi, we moved 5 times. We moved there into Stephen's house. We moved into an apartment. We moved back to Stephen's house. We moved into a trailer, and then we had to move into a big trailer because John came and lived with us, and then we came home. Yeah, yeah. We lived in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Our friend Stephen owned a house out in the country, and so um, when we moved with him, and then they shut down the company that him and Dave worked at, and so he had to he had to leave Mississippi, but he didn't want to sell his house. So when we first moved out, we moved out because we had been there for a while, and we thought that it was time for us to get our own place. And then when he had to leave, he asked us to come back and move back into his house so it wouldn't sit empty. And then when we moved out again, it was because he knew that his company wasn't going to reopen in Mississippi, so he sold his house. So, so I always thought I wanted a swimming pool, an in-ground swimming pool, and we had one there. And the only way I would ever have a swimming pool now is if I'm rich enough to pay somebody to come take care of it. Yeah, no, no. So you have to understand too that from 89 to 92, 89 to 92, we lived in New York, back to Arkansas, Massachusetts, then over into Vermont, then back to Arkansas, then to Ohio, then over into West Virginia, then back to Arkansas, then to Michigan, then back to Arkansas, then to Columbus, Ohio, then back to Arkansas. So that was 12 times in a 3 year period. So, yeah, yeah. So, anyway, yeah. Yeah. So where we lived was very rural, and so we had trees real close. I absolutely loved living in Michigan. Loved it. I would move to Michigan in a heartbeat. We lived in South Haven, Michigan, which is on the lake, on Lake Michigan, and not too far from Jackson, Michigan. Um, I loved it. My least favorite place, my least favorite place to live, and don't take offense at this, anybody that lives there, was Mississippi. And there's a reason for that. So I shouldn't say that, but okay. First of all, when we lived in Mississippi, I lived in that almost 5 year time period. A lot of things happened. We adopted John. I grew more spiritually than I had grown my whole life before that. Okay, um, but if you've ever lived in Mississippi, there's one thing you know about it. Mississippi is flat, like flat. Where I live right now, I can look out and look nearly any direction and see a mountain. And that's how I grew up. I grew up 45 miles from here, but I'm originally from here. I grew up 45 miles from here, and so I could see different mountains where I live. Hills. There are no hills in Mississippi, not in the part I lived in. No hills. And so I missed my hills. That's one of the reasons I always said I would never go to Texas is because there's no hills. Not in the parts of Texas I've been in. So, yeah. I've rode through Virginia on, did Esther come in? I didn't see Esther. Or was that Sharon? Are you talking to Sharon, Lauren? Lori, did Esther come in? I don't see Esther. Do I like being in one spot? Yes, I do like being in one spot. Yeah, I like being right here. In fact, I have told my family that we will not be living, we will not be leaving here as long as my mom is alive because I'm not going off while my mom is alive. She just turned 80, so she's in good health. I mean, she gets out, plays in her garden, except for she can't get to her garden right now because her yeah, her backyard is flooded. We've had so much rain. We're supposed to get more rain this week. So anyway, so but yeah, I didn't like so so anyway, one of my friends that lives in Mississippi too came to Arkansas to visit, and she's originally from California, and she told me that our mountains were not mountains, that we were making molehills out of mountains out of our molehills, and it kind of offended me to the point that I said, well, I was going to contact the State Department of Tourism and tell them that we should change the name of our mountain to Petty Jean Molehill instead of Petty Jean Mountain. And then she said I was kind of obnoxious. Oh, yeah, just a little bit, but anyway. So yes, I know that we don't have great big mountains like they have in California, but we got more mountains than they got in Mississippi. So anyway, that's all I'm saying. So until yeah, until your brother-in-law, yeah. And your brother-in-law is older than my mama too, isn't she? He's over 80. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Hold on. Hold the phone, folks. Hold the phone. Where did it go? Oh, I hope it went in the trash. Let's turn on the flashlight. I just dropped my wedding ring. She's being in the trash can. Okay. Well, I just dropped my phone in the trash can too. Okay, let's turn the flashlight off. We don't need the flashlight to look in the trash can. Yeah, I gotta find it. This is the wedding ring that Dave gave me when we first got married. It's just my little gold band, but I gotta find it. Oh, glitter. Pretty sure it's not in the trash can. Thankfully, we just emptied the trash can today, but I don't see it. Okay. See, so I haven't lost any weight lately, but the weight that I had lost, I am maintaining where I was within about 2 pounds. The weight that I had lost had made my ring fit real loose, and so it was just sliding on and off, and I was sitting there playing with it, and it fell off. Oh, it was hard. Okay, I'm gonna have to get my son in here. He's gonna have to crawl up under here and be like, yeah, it can't be lost. I would cry. I would sob, big, ugly sobs. Okay, I don't figure it would have popped all the way back there. Mm-hmm. Stupid stuff. Don't y'all hate when you do stupid stuff? It is found it. Wow, I would have never found it if I had had my flashlight on. And I thought it was right here, and it was over here. Whew, found it. There we go. Thank you. Anitra prays all the time, asking the Lord to help her find things, and she usually finds them. Okay, so let's see if we can find us another question off this little chart here that we're looking at. This is actually a bingo chart, and you play bingo doing it. Yay! Found it. I put it back on. So I've been wearing my James Avery ring with my um, wedding band because I mean it says love. My name is Lovin. And here's the deal: this ring I bought it to wear on this finger because this finger is fatter than the other one. This finger I wear a size 6.5. This finger is a 7.5 to an 8. So it's a little big. So I wear the littler one on top of it to hold it down. But the littler one is getting too big. So anyway, you do too, Lori? Okay. So you cannot say my name, okay? You cannot say my name. The nicest person that you know. Because I just want y'all to know this. I tell Dave this every day. I am not a nice person, okay? So, but who is the nicest person you know? And tell me why you think they're the nicest person you know. You are the nicest person. You're a doll. I love you to pieces. Mr. Darrell is very, very nice. Yep, Miss Susan and you. Yep, y'all are both nice people. So I put Miss Tammy from my church. She's the church secretary. She pays me early if I need her to. So anyway, well, I've been to churches where the church secretary would have had a fit if you asked for that. So, anyway, Mr. Darrell is very nice. Yep, he sure is. Your neighbor across the street. I've heard you talk about her. I have. Yeah, yeah. Miss Susan is very sweet. She's very, very sweet. So hold on, I'm gonna. Your sister-in-law Karen. She's very generous, kind, and helpful. Just the best. Is that is that Drew's sister? Is that Drew's sister? Yep. Wow. 12 years in prison. So much, and she's still with inspiration. Wow, that's cool. That's neat. Let me holler. You miss two. What's Aw, that's sweet, Buttercup. I have an Aunt Ruth. Oh, that's cool. Let's see. Patty Cartwright, because she has a monthly competition Bible study at church. Every week she does so much for outreach for all the line. Has a rare brain disease. Hey, Dave. Dave, did you know it's 7 o'clock? That's sweet. What? Did you know it's 7 o'clock? Have you ate your dinner? Did you eat a salad? Huh. I never heard you in there making it at all. Okay. that's good. So let's see. I love this story of Ruth. So, um, the story of Ruth. I actually saw this in a video, but it said, "Don't you love how God can change anything?" It said in the Old Testament, she was described as as Rahab the prostitute. In Matthew, she was described as one of the grandmothers of the Messiah, of Jesus. And it's the same for Ruth, only Ruth wasn't a prostitute. She was described as a Moabite, Moabite, which was the Jews and the Moabites were enemies. She was described as that, and then she too was one of the grandmothers of the Messiah. So isn't it cool how Jesus changes our story? So, anyway, I wonder what that dongle is for. I bet Jared might can use that. So anyway, let's see. Okay, let me see what something else we can do. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. Today, where you live, what is the weather like? Where you live, what is the weather like? Today, where you live. I was trying to see if my phone would tell me what my weather. It's 87 degrees here, and 75 and sunny. That was the humidity's at 47%. So we were supposed to have storms on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Hold on. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Supposed to be pretty again Tuesday. Hmm. Um, Anyway, yep, it's 87 here. It's warm. So we had a tragedy that happened in actually it's in our county over a 20 something year old girl and her sister who was a senior, going to be a senior in high school this year. They were rear-ended from the back on a bridge going over across the Arkansas River, and somebody rear-ended them, and it spun them into the other lane, and they were hit head-on by a semi, and it killed both of them. Lydia, I haven't seen you forever, honey. How are you? What's the weather like in your neck of the woods, my dear? Lydia doesn't live that far from me, about probably 3 hours from me. So one of these days I'm going to go to your big town and see you. So anyway, so this poor family has lost two daughters. It's just tragic. So If your room is decorated, your bedroom is decorated, what color is the primary color of your decorations in your bedroom? Hi, Beth. Beth, we're just hanging out. I showed a bunch of fabric earlier. I got tired of it. Lower 80s. It's 87 here. It's kind of warm. Anyway, so now we're doing this. I have this like bingo card, and it has all these questions on it. There's my son. Hi, Jared. You just was on camera. So, peach and white. I knew that. So my bedroom is gray. I have gray curtains and a gray bedspread. Hi, Jude. We're back. We're asking questions. If your room is decorated, what color is your room decorated? Your bed is multicolor. Your primary color. So beige and gold. I would have never guessed that for you, Robin. I don't know what color I would have guessed, but it wouldn't have been beige and gold. Maybe the gold. Black lace is one of your colors. Light green, yellow, olive green, very neutral tones. Blah, blah, blah. The bedspread is green this week. So if you're just coming in, some of the questions that we've asked previously, if you would just like to answer, you don't have to, but name somebody that you admire greatly. Name somebody that you think is the nicest person. You're not allowed to pick me because I'm not nice. The nicest person. Uh, Here it's light blue, which you don't like. A famous person that you like. Uh, where you would like to live. Your most embarrassing moment. Okay, those were all some of them. Okay, I've got another question. We're going to do this is a new one. What is the most beautiful place that you have ever visited? For me, I think it was, and I think this is the name of the town, but I'm not positive. I think it was called Holland, Michigan. It's where they have all the tulips that grow. I think that's what it's called, Holland, Michigan. Alaska, Costa Rica. New York was real pretty. Oh, Vermont was beautiful. So when we were in Vermont, it was summertime, but we lived in a ski chalet, and they were having bicycle races up and down the ski slope. It was very pretty there. Vermont was very pretty. The Bahamas, yep, that's Holland, Michigan. I thought that was what the name of it was. It was beautiful. So we were in Michigan we went in September and we stayed until the next May. So we got to see fall, winter, and spring, almost till summer. Georgia's coast, Vermont, yeah, Vermont is very pretty. The most beautiful place. So of all those places that we've lived, I really loved living in Michigan, but I always want to come home to Arkansas. Always, I always wanted to come home to Arkansas. Uh, I just like snow. I would just like for it to snow more in Arkansas. So if we ever move away from here, if my mom passes, you did what? What did you do? New Hampshire was pretty in places too. Yes, New Hampshire was pretty. We went through New Hampshire, or parts of it, a little part of it, into Connecticut too. So you just talked to Sister Cheryl. Sister Cheryl, you liked where you was. Oh, when we lived in West Virginia, it was real pretty. It was real pretty in West Virginia. We lived real close to the river. I can't think of that town. Sister Cheryl, how is she? Moroccan sunset, I guess the sun was so big. Wow. How is she? Feel it, sister. Feel it. West Virginia is beautiful too. Depressed. Well, we do that. Health wise. Health wise, how is she? But okay. Is she at home? She's not crafting anymore. BC, Canada. I want to go to Canada. She's cancer free. I want to go to Canada someday. Maybe I could drive up through there and go to Alaska and then go to Canada. Oh, you can do that. You can do that. That's fine. Her hair is growing back. You've been to Canada? Okay. So here's one. Here's one. Maine by the water, by the ocean. You haven't been to Alaska or Hawaii. I've never been to Alaska or Hawaii. Never been out to California or any west. Nothing west. Texas is far west as I got, and I don't think Texas is really considered west, is it? This is going to go way back. Name your favorite teacher in school. There, I read today on Google that they're putting out advisories for people not, for Americans more specifically, not to go to Brazil right now. The chances of you getting kidnapped in Brazil are very high right now, they say. So, I have two. There we go. Those were school teachers. Miss Miller was my fifth grade teacher. She had never been married. In fact, she got married like when after she turned 70 something. And she had never been married. She married a man from her church. And she was just so quiet and so sweet. I loved her. Mrs. Schott, she was a pistol. And her class was the first time, one of her classes was the very first time I ever made a C and I was a senior. I'd never made a C ever on any of my report cards, and I made a C. I was fourth in the top of my class, and I failed a six. I was so upset. Anyway, but yeah, Mrs. Shaw and my favorite Sunday school teacher was Sister Cherry. Sister Cherry would tell us every Sunday. You can't be a jellyfish. You've got to have a backbone for Jesus. So, anyway, never match. That's funny. It's just the best. Oh, I did like my math teacher, Mr. Kinsey. Even though I threw a shoe at him and had a complete meltdown and screamed at him. We've talked about that before. What is your favorite items of clothing? What if you could wear these things every day and nobody say anything to you, what would they be? Mine is my jammies, of course. Tank top and shorts. Who no idea. A t-shirt only. Okay. Your black cuddle duds, and I do. What is a cuddle dud? Okay, we've got to look that up. A popular brand of warm, comfortable, and often snug-fitting clothes primarily designed for layering and keeping you warm in cold weather. They're often fleece lined. They have tops, bottoms, sleepwear accessories, all designed with comfort in mind. Okay. Blue jeans and t-shirts. Wait, that's what you do wear every day. Your pants, sweatpants, and your hubby's big t-shirt. So I have some joggers that are made out of very, very soft t-shirt cotton, very, very soft t-shirt cotton, and I like to wear them too. They're black. And I have two pairs that are exactly alike. I mean, exactly alike. But the thing is, they're a little bit too big, and so they don't look very nice at all. But and I also have some yoga pants that I like that are capri that I wear like under real short dresses or real long tops. Think Peg Bundy, but not that tight and definitely no high heels. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna do this one together. So name something you're good at and something you're bad at. So a while ago we did something you're good at, and we've done that. But let's do name something that you're bad at. Good night, Margaret. Thanks for being here, honey. Not and laughing. I'm bad at finances. I spend money on things I don't need. Good at talking to strangers, bad at math. Oh, I can do math good. I just don't do it when it comes to money. Good at making messes and bad at being organized. I'm real good at making messes and I'm bad at cleaning them up. Thanks, honey. I appreciate you being here. Small talk. You're bad at small talk or good at small talk? Very bad at saving money. Yeah, I don't save money very well. I have three bank accounts. One of them is a savings account, and I move money in and out of all of three of them all the time, from here to there, everywhere. Yeah, I really need to learn how to stick to a budget, but you know, I know this is not nice. I shouldn't say this. I sometimes feel like at 60, why should I have to stick to a budget? I wanted to give him that, but he's gone to his room. Very bad at saving money. Yeah, it's true. Cleaning yourself up. You're good at finding nice jewelry to sell, and I'm bad at listing it to sell. Yeah, well, you're lucky that you're good at finding nice jewelry to sell because it's hard to find around here anymore. You don't like it and you avoid it. So you guess you're bad at it. Okay, so yeah. Before you resolved, you were good at saving. My brother used to be real good at saving, but he's not. I don't think he is very much anymore. So anyway, so where did you go for your last vacation or your last holiday? Where did you go for your last vacation or holiday? We call them vacations here. Where did you go for your last vacation? And when was that last vacation? See, um, being on to see my page. New Hampshire 2.5 years ago. Out of state. New York 1 month ago. So out of state, I mean Branson, although Branson is out of state, it's only 2 hours from me. So not too very far at all. Let's see if I could see. I'm looking for a picture of David with. We liked New York. I would tell you the thing that we liked least about New York was the food. We are firm believers that you do not just open a can of green beans and pour them in a pot and heat them for a minute. We want our green beans cooked until they're dead. Not just a little bit dead, a whole lot of dead. Hold on. Yeah, it was 4 years ago. So yeah, we want our vegetables, no crunch in our vegetables unless they're supposed to crunch, like celery or carrots. But yeah, yeah, no, no, yeah. Our favorite place to eat in New York was pizza. Pizza. Yeah, yeah. We want dead green beans. They can't crunch. No way. Yeah. Pizza. Italian food was the best place we found. Even the burger joints were horrible. Like we went to McDonald's one time when we lived in Peekskill, and literally I got a Big Mac, and the meat was so greasy that that middle bun, that's supposed to be a bun that's toasted, was soggy and nasty. just threw it away and left. Threw it away and left. So it was horrible. So we went to a fancy restaurant with some of our friends, and you do if you ask for tea in New York, you're going to get hot tea, and if you ask for iced tea, you're probably going to get instant iced tea, which is gross. So anyway, yeah, yeah, the food was not great. The food was not great. So anyway, but we were not in New York City. We were in Peekskill, which is where the Facts of Life was filmed. So anyway, so guys, we've been here about 2.5 hours, and I think I'm gonna go. Um, next Monday night we will come on at 4 o'clock. We will be selling off some of this fabric, and I also have some other things that we will be selling. I do have some more of those card kits and playing card kits, and I also have uh, some more stamps. And what else do I have? Hmm, over there, I have some more things. Oh, I have some of that stuff I showed y'all from the bins last week. So, yeah, some of that stuff. And yeah, we will have a sale from 4 till 6. And I have to leave at 6 because next Monday night I will be in Kids Crusade. Okay, so we're going to do this on the third one, on the third week. Also, we're going to have. I don't know that we'll do this. We'll see what I have to show you. We may do a craft. We may do. And before we go right now, I would like everybody to put in a comment of things that you would think would be fun for our July swap. I haven't picked what I want yet. What do you think would be fun for our July swap? These are the people that participate in my craft swaps. If you want to participate in a craft swap, what do you think would be fun? We've done this. Let's see. All have we done? We've done the altered card swap was June. Last month was the um, ATC coin. Here's my list. We've done, well, CD, you just knocked that in the floor. We've done the ATC coins. Let's see what else we got. Uh, oh, we done the Easter theme spring. No, April was, yeah, no, April was the Easter theme or the spring theme. We done a green swap for March. We done a Times card swap for February. I don't think we did a January swap. And then May was the ATCs. What do you think? And the ATC coin, it is an ATC that is a 2-inch circle, and you decorate it. Hold on just a second, and I will show you some. I need this to go with my papers, so I don't want to lose that. Hold on, I'll show you some. If I can get over here to my bucket. I think I have some in here. I've sat here so long I've gotten stiff. I think, yes, here we go. So it is a 2-inch circle, 2.5-inch circle that you decorate. This one's from Sharon R. This is another one from Sharon R. These are from Esther Thompson. I got 3 here from Esther. Those were ATCs. What did you say? Something with sunflowers? Something that represents your state? Everybody doing something from their own state? Here are some more. Who are these from? Goldie. Here's some more. This is from Doretha. This one here is from, this is just a butterfly charm. This one is a smaller one. That's from Sharon. This is Doretha, and this is Doretha. Yeah. And so let's see. Why do I have? Did we swap? We swapped tags over on your channel. Did we swap tags recently on your channel? Because I have tags in here. Yeah, tag swap. Beth Schuler. Yeah, May. Yeah, we done tags over there. So this is my box of things that people have sent me that they've made, and so it all goes in here. We did hidden paper clips over at your channel too. What do y'all think we should do? Sunflowers. So all of this is in this box because they need to go up in my Happy Mail journal. So, oh, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. We're going to do two of them. We're going to do postcards. Postcards. Yes. For July, we're going to do postcards, and they can be anything you want. No themes. No themes. They can be anything you want. And here's why we're going to do postcards because she laughed evilly. I have I have a postcard. Yeah, a postcard thing. So let's swap let's swap cameras. Okay, we're going to swap cameras and we're going to go down. Here we go. I have a postcard album. Here we go. So we start here. Uh, these are some that I made. This one is from Sharon. This one is from Michelle Walls. This one here is, it says it's one I made. This is day 9 of the Carrie's 30 Days of Postcards. I don't have all of my days because I've swapped up. I gave away some of them, but I have a postcard book. Who's this? That's one. Those are mine. Isn't it funny how you quit recognizing what's yours after a while? These are mine. This one is from Janet Young. This one here is from Mary Alatier. Is that how you say her name? This one is from Angela Jones. Is that what that says? No, this one is from Cheryl Johnson. That's who that one's from. Cheryl Johnson. This one's Janet Young. And these are Sista Cynthia made these. Sista Cynthia and Zen Jen. Uh, and this one is the Janet Young, and this is Ann Lauer, and then this one is Janet. This one is from Dana Yates. This one is from Anne Marie Davis, and that's from over at Janet Young. This one is Sharon. These are ATCs. They just got stuck in here. Oh, we're in the ATCs now. So ATCs, Sharon. Y'all probably think I don't get nothing from anybody else. Beth Schuler and Lori Beth. Lori Beth. And I don't know who else. I don't see. Chrissy Vaughn and Chrissy Vaughn. And those were from TM Artist Mixed Media Swap. And that's everything. So I need some more postcards to go in my book. So we're going to do a postcard swap. Don't that sound fun? Here we go. Yep. This was just an album, and I decorated it. I put this fabric on it, and it's got pockets so I can stick things in it. But I think I made that pocket too. No, yeah, did I make a pocket there? I think I made that pocket too tight. You know what? We can take out, I've got some ATCs in here that can go in this. Oh, those are hidden paper clips. That is an ATC. That one is, okay, I know who that one's from. This one is an ATC. I know who that one's from. That one is from, what is her name? The one that writes books, Vanessa Bork. Vanessa Bork. And she usually signs hers. Anyway, this one? That's not an ATC. These are some postcards. These are round ATCs. I need to get me a Pringles can and decorate it up like Beth has her Pringles can. Here we go. I think that's all of the ATCs, except though. Oh, this is from Goldie. These are ATCs she sent me in the little folders. Except, y'all know I got ATCs in the mail today from. I got this from. So I'm sticking these in here so that after I go off air, I can put these in the pocket there. And I got, those are actually altered cards. What did I do with the ones from Esther? You got beautiful cards from Esther today. What did I do with them? Are they under this mess here? Nope, they're not. I put them somewhere that I would know where they were. Now, where was that? I hate when I put things so I'll know where it is, and then, there it is. There they are. There. Those can go in there. Look, aren't those pretty? There we go. I made a short on that. So, anyway, there we go. Very nice. So, yes, 4x6. It'll be a 4x6 postcard. Let's go ahead and we can go ahead and take names if anybody wants to sign up now. But we'll do 2 4x6 postcards. 2 4x6 postcards. They have to be mailed by July the 15th. There you go. Anyway, yeah, postcards can be mailed. If you think you want to participate, just let me know. So, okay, I am for real going now. Okay, so we'll talk about this more as we go along. I have all of my ATCs ready, my altered playing cards ready to go out to the people that signed up. Y'all know I send everybody one that signed up. Some of them I've already got them because they went out in their packages, and some of them I don't think I included them in their packages. So, actually, Lori Bass and I need to message them because I still have them wrote down that theirs didn't go in their package, but I'm thinking I did. Beth, I sent yours. Yours should be on its way, but I'm pretty sure I put Lori Beth and I'll make sure. I'll have to ask them. So June, this is going to be July. So okay, hun, that's fine. June, May. Okay, there. Keep all of these. I keep all of these so I'll know what we've done. So anyway, I'm thinking for August we may do a die cut swap where we swap some die cuts. What do y'all think about that? Seeing that made me think. See, like I have a lot of shapes, and people like shapes. They like to do shapes, so we may do a die cut swap. So it can be die cut punch, or it can be you can cut it out of magazine, like Beth done once over on her channel. So, but I'm going now, so I'm going to go eat me a salad. We're having salad with rotisserie chicken on it. I cooked. We boiled eggs too. So it'll be a Rudy Tooty. So I won't even know what to do with myself tomorrow. I won't have invoices to do or anything. So, but remember, if you're interested in seeing what I have for jewelry, it's listed on the community tab of my YouTube. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye bye. See at best, at least, I'm sure.